Hi guys, a very good morning to all of you. Welcome to Oliveboard's YT Editorial Speed Reading Practice 3.0 session. Infant, how are you? Good morning. Quickly, everybody join in. So we are going to read a new article today, which I have picked up from the Hindu newspaper. Okay. You have already written the words for yesterday, meanings for yesterday. Guys, firstly, new month, and good news is that you have already got your IBPS clerk notification. So I have got a quote today to start the session. Jyotsna Prasanjeet, very good morning. Either run the day or the day will runs you. So basically, this is regarding your time management. Okay. So from today on, I wish you plan, prepare a schedule, and work on it. Like follow it. Okay. So you have 6 months remaining. Again, to remind you for your selection, right? 6 months because you will have notifications, you will have exams, right? IBPS clerk is out. So, yeah, manage your time well. Before I begin, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and also download our app, Oliveboard's app. We always start with the previous day vocabulary. This is what we are going to do, and we'll come to the article then. Very good morning, Vijita, Rosie, Philip, Jancy, Ajay, Renu, all those who have joined in. Okay. Viable is feasible, something which is practical, which you can do. Yes, infant has written all these words, but yeah, others also can answer. Feebly empowered, when you lack strength. Okay. Worsening, lacking strength. Okay. Something which is, you say, I cannot overstate this, means I cannot, again, emphasize it enough, like that. Okay. Overstate, can't emphasize enough. Okay. At a scale means at a degree, at an extent, at some degree, with the intensity of, with some intensity, with which intensity, to what extent, we say. Tangible, which you can see, which is obvious. Transition is change. Come into effect means when you implement the rule or the law. Okay. Implementation of it, when a law come into effect, you can say it start being used, right? huh. So tangible is come into effect is implemented. Yeah, these are your words, right? It starts being used, correct? Now today, guys, after a long time, I think I'm taking the article from the Hindu newspaper. Okay. This is from today's 1st July Hindu newspaper. So first you read, I will be writing the meanings for you and then we'll discuss it together. You will get an idea after one reading what is it about, what are we going to read. Okay. Something which is underway is the work in progress, still going on. It's not finished, it's not completed, right? Arvind, uh, yeah, overstated. Something which is overstated means it is emphasized too much. Okay. Huh, we guys, Philip, I think I've noticed this. Texas means there's so much of, you can say, negative news we hear around this place, right? Acha, guys, when you talk about asylum, okay, see, asylum is the protection, trying to get. Seeking means trying to get. So, asylum is the protection, right, that a government gives to people who have left their own country, because usually they were in danger in their own country due to political reasons and they have left their country. So, they come to other country, and the government protection that a government gives to people who have left their own country is asylum. Okay. Now, what is it about, guys? Immigration. Okay. Immigration, when you come to live permanently in a different country. Okay. Asylum is like a safe house, right? uh, ठीक है? In what appears to be the worst episode, what looks like the very bad episode in recent times, we have seen it is about migrant deaths. Okay. It is linked with dangerous border crossing into the US. So people crossing the border trying to come into the US. There were bodies found of people who were actually left abandoned, okay, in San Antonio, Texas. Okay. And the reports say that these migrants who were coming from Mexico, okay, these are the place names given: Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador. They died from the extreme temperatures inside the truck because of a heat wave. There was unusually very, very hot weather. It was deadly, and they died in the middle of that heat wave. This very, very unpleasant event, worrying, grim means unpleasant event. It highlights, it shows yet again, guys, when you use again, both of these together. अच्छा, मनोज, इन what appears की जगह और क्या यूज कर सकते हैं? In what appears is one single phrase, means what looks obvious. Okay. हाँ, in what appears means in what looks obvious. In what appears to be, what seems like. You can say use seems. In what seems. Okay. One more thing, guys. Yet again means again, once again. ठीक है, फिर से, दोबारा. Okay. So yet again, we see it shows the dangers that are faced by those people who are trying to get protection or better prospects, better chances in the US, who come up against the country's immigration policies. Who come up means who enter the country without the policies, without referring to the policies. And these immigration policies are still work in progress. There is no final, this is an unfinished progress. There are still no policies, proper policies in place. If we talk about immigration is when you come to live permanently in a different country, either for work or for safety, okay, from your own country's disorder, whatever could be the reason. Clear? Yeah. So everybody, yet again means still, again, repeated, something which is repeated, dobara jo hota hai. Clear? So this is about immigration and how there was a recent incident where people lost their lives due to heat wave situation, unusually hot weather, heat wave. Okay, deadly heat wave. So next para. Acha, by the way, both are similar. If I say amids or amid, means in the middle of a deadly heat wave. Amids means in the middle of. Okay, similar, in the middle of. Okay. So guys, if I talk about the US border patrol, what is this? Obviously, there is an agency that is within the US department, which kind of prevent illegal entrant illegal entry of immigrants or terrorists or weapons into the US. Illegal and prevent illegal entry of immigrants. Okay. Yeah. So border state of US and Mexico it is. Okay. Huh. Now guys, one hand the latest crisis, it tells us, it shows us, it underlines, highlights the serious gaps in border policy enforcement. There is lack of implementation. People are not made to obey this law, border policy or laws. Despite the extremely hot summer, border crossing in this region have remained high. The numbers have been high over the past years if you see the data. Okay, they have encountered how many, they have how many number, the numbers are given, how many migrants have tried to cross. 23,237 migrants have been encountered. Okay, whereas in May it was 2,34,146. Okay. So encounter means when you experience something, meet something, someone unexpectedly. They have seen these number of migrants to be coming and crossing the border. Okay, it is more than in any single month in the past 3 years. So last recently, if you see, the numbers have increased. Okay, the numbers have gone up, right? Hmm. We say searing summer. Searing is adjective. Searing means scorching, very very when the condition is extremely hot. Okay. Huh. Soar can be used for also general word increase. Okay, Manoj. But searing, when you say unusually hot, okay, it is flaming, it is blistering, it is scorching heat. Okay, the searing heat of the sun, like particular context, searing. Next one. So the worst thing is there is no checking or that are happening right now. Actually, that is the worst thing. That is what is mentioned here. Uh, Mexican officials say that truck passed through a federal immigration checkpoint inside the territory of the US, and still was not inspected. Okay, 20,000 trucks, they are passing the commercial corridor. Okay, every day. Okay, and even more across US Mexican routes. There are cross routes. There is extremely bad, you can say, there's shortage of people or surveillance system. There's no surveillance system. Okay, why my name appear red in the comment section? I don't see your comments in the red, by the way. Huh. Here it is normal. I can, like other comments, I can see your comment. Surveillance means when you careful, you can say watch systems. Okay, watch, careful watching of someone, observing someone. Okay, so there is lack of or shortage of manpower. Okay, so that is what we have seen, that is what is observed. Okay. हाँ, ठीक है. Oh, is it US Mexico border? Oh, there is one show also. Which one is that? Abhishek, you are right, I think. Latest in Netflix, I have seen. Yeah, highest kind of drug cartels, US Mexico border. This is how they pass. Which is that show name on Netflix? I forgot the name again, but I remember Netflix show. Yeah, they show that how from US Mexico people go to US and the border, like how they take drugs and all the cartels are there. Okay. So next one. there is shortage of manpower. That is one issue. Fundamental unwillingness. Fundamental is when you say core, which is at the central center, which is very, very basic. Comprehensive, in detail. Comprehensive is including all the aspects. Okay, I have already told you result or effect of something is fallout. Now what happens is, in spite of this, the bigger questions behind this whole migration thing into the US, migration going of people, into the US is the result as shown above. These are very, very troubling signs, worrisome. They are worrisome. The result, the effect of is very worrisome. Now both the parties, Democrats or Republicans, if you talk about both parties in the US, they have locked horns means they start arguing, they start fighting over detailed immigration reform. Every time they try to come up with a law, with a policy, with a reform, immigration policy reform, they start fighting. Okay, right. Manoj, what is your no, Narcos is not the name of that series. Rishabh, it's not Narcos, Baba. There is a new series. Okay, let me first read out for you and explain it to you. And Manoj, why are you obsessed with lengthy articles? Okay. So locked on means they start fighting, both these parties, Democrats and Republicans, over any kind of reform if it is tried to be brought, a comprehensive, detailed reform, immigration reform or law, right? In a multitude of negotiations. So there are many, many negotiations and there are so many bills which are proposed in the Congress, but they start fighting both the parties. There is a fundamental, there is a basic unwillingness. When there is unwillingness, you do not want to do it. You are not willing to do it, something, right? They are not willing to find bipartisan solutions. Okay, so when I talk about bipartisan means involving both parties, right? Bipartisan is supported by both the political parties. Here we are talking about both Democrats and Republicans. So something bipartisan solution means supported by or involving two political parties. By means two, you know that. By means two. So supported by both the parties, right? There is unwillingness. There is basic, you can say, lack of want to change or to come to a conclusion, to come to an agreement. Okay, there is reluctance. Unwillingness is when you are reluctant to do something. They're reluctant, okay, to come up with a common solution, right? Supported by both the parties. Okay, in a way that the bipartisan Safer Communities Act came out of a collaborative effort and now offers. So we have something, we have one act which is there, which is working. Okay, it came out after the two parties decided to work together, and it gives us a small chance, a small hope that things will be fine. Okay. Towards containing means, containing here used as a verb means, towards containing gun violence means at least it will be maintained, it will be stopped, contained. Okay. So containing is towards containing, holding gun violence. Okay. Okay. To control. As a verb, if you use contain means to control gun violence. Hopefully, there is a small chance, there is a small hope that it will control gun violence. Okay. ठीक है everybody. Hmm. Yeah, Arvind, it is the bigger questions behind cross border migration and its fallout that are troubling. You see questions is written, so therefore R is written, Arvind, here. Okay, it is the bigger questions. We are pointing out to the bigger questions that are even worrisome in behind all of this. Okay, ठीक है. हाँ. Chalo, guys, this much is clear what they are talking about. Bipartisan is clear, which is supported by both the political parties. Okay, right? So both are fighting, Democrats, Republicans, whenever they talk about bringing a new reform, a law. Okay, even after so many talks, discussions, negotiations. Okay, there are bills which are proposed. Okay, they want to bring a a very very comprehensive detailed immigration reform, but they're not able to do this because the parties start fighting. There is a basic reluctance to come with solutions from both sides, okay, which both parties agree to. Okay, so there is a small hope only which has come because of these Communities Act which came out, but let's see what will happen. Achha, there is the article is not yet over, but in between I will definitely talk about the course, which is the gold batch of SBI. Okay, it is included in Super Elite, and you can use my code for discount. Gold batch. It's like gold. Gold means like covering everything. It's gold means like the quality, you can say. Okay. So next one. Next para, all of you read. Not having proper legal documents, you can say undocumented. Okay, the people who do not have proper legal documents, right? Guys, done this reading? So enlightened means you have an understanding of the situation, you have an understanding of the people's need. Evolve is change, evolve is grow. Okay, done. So while Democrats have dug in their heels, they are not willing to change their opinions on this kind of subject, such as citizenship for law abiding undocumented workers. So there are people who follow the law, who obey the law, but they do not have legal proper documents. These kind of workers in the US, they have who meet certain conditions, who fulfill certain conditions. Okay, but Republicans have more are more inclined towards, or they want to focus more on keeping these migrants out of the border. So they have various, you can say, objectives. They are various opinions, or that is why disagreement between the parties, political parties. Now the problem is that they are not willing to work out the details of this agreement. Okay, coming to solution, compromise solutions, and this is a resultant, and that is why resultant failure, the result of it is failure to grow a well funded yet enlightened immigration policy. We need a policy which takes into consideration the needs of the people. Okay, and this kind of thing leads to of course a policy. If you bring in a policy which is enlightened, which is well funded, then obviously this will lead to avoidable deaths, which happened in the recent incident in San Antonio, the incident that happened, so many people died, right? You can avoid that if you come out with a detailed policy, but political parties will have to compromise and agree with each other, right? ठीक है, clear everybody? Yeah, you understand, because again, so both, see, while here shows contrast. We are starting with a while word, means it shows contrast. We are talking about the Democrats who are really unwilling to change their opinion. Okay, Democrats versus Republicans, right? So Republican philosophy is like, Republicans, they are more focused or inclined that they want the migrants out of the border only. Those who do not have the legal documents, undocumented means those who do not have proper legal documents, then they want them out of the border only. Okay, Democrats are also, they are not willing to refuse their opinions, their plans on giving citizenship to people who obey the law but do not have documents. These kind of workers in the US, they meet certain conditions, right? But again, both the parties are on with having very very different views, contrast views. Okay, so the problem is that if they will not work out on a detail, hammer out, guys, a very new phrase and important phrase. Hammer out means work out on the details or the plan. Okay, and come with compromise solutions, then obviously there is a failure. Okay, to come up with a policy which can be used to avoid the incidents, death incidents that are happening. Okay, next para. Hammer out, all these phrases you have to remember. Dug in their heels, hammer out, idioms and phrases. See, when we say inflow, you can say inflow of cash, inflow of migrants, influx, movement of a large amount or a large number of people. Now, the new word is coterminous. Can you read this, guys? What does this line mean? There is no resisting the melting point effect, coterminous. Okay, with the US's social and economic progress. Okay, uh, having the same coincidence, boundaries, or extent, meaning. Having the same meaning, boundaries, or extent in space, time, kind of similarity. Like sharing, having or sharing, meeting at a shared limit, meeting at a shared border. Okay. So when you resist something, again, you are unwilling to accept it. You are showing unwillingness, resistance, resisting. You try to stop something, right? Try to stop something from happening. Okay. Or try to stop yourself from doing something. You're resisting the melting point effect. Now, what is the context here? Melting point effect, uh, coterminous with the US social and economic progress, means something which will probably go in similar lines, in link with the progress of US, right? So that is what we say. Now, whenever, whatever they try, whatever they cede, whatever they give up or do not give up politically to liberals, conservatives, particularly conservatives, must realize, they must understand that there is no resisting the melting point effect. You cannot resist the benefits that will come up with coming up with a solution. The US's social and economic progress that is linked with it. Okay, so coterminous here means that will accompany the benefits, the progress that will accompany this. And for that process to work smoothly, everything to go nicely, smoothly, the US must practically and in a very humanly way possible, they must manage this movement of migrants across its southern border. So whether politically, whatever your choice is, okay, whether you are willing to give up your stand or not to give up your stand, your opinion, your argument, they must realize that you cannot resist, you cannot prevent the melting point effect, meaning the there will this solution wherein which will be obviously linked with the progress of US also. Okay, so that is what is the context here, the results that will be given. Okay, seed means you give up. Okay, kind of yield to somebody's demands, you listen to their demand, you give up. Okay, clear? So melting point is where different cultures, thoughts stay along, right? So they cannot try to stop that, which will, because it will have a positive impact on US. It will bring in progress for social progress, economic progress for US. Okay, so they must think practically, they must think in a way that shows kindness, right, humanely, and they must handle this issue in a humanly way, because the flow of immigrants, the movement of immigrants in large numbers across the southern border, they must handle it very kindly, right? ठीक है. ठीक है. Melting pot, Baba. Melting pot means including all the races, class, cultures, that kind of effect. They can't, we are talking about the conservative party, they cannot resist it, they cannot prevent it. Okay, right? Clear? Because it comes along with progress, there is a positive aspect to it. Yeah. So this was it. Was it too small? Fallout of policy failure. So it is all about why, in negative only, that the US is not able to come, the parties, political parties are not able to agree on one policy for immigrants, people who migrate to their place, to their country. They are not able to come up with a agreement on the policy, right? They are fighting. ठीक है. मनोज का डाउट देखते हैं. Resistance. There is no resisting is a verb form. Resistance as a noun we use it. Okay. Resistance to wake up early. Very simple usage, Manohar. When you prevent and when you do not do something, right? You try to stop something from happening. Okay. Resistance of the army, resistance to wake up early. It could be anything. It is a noun. Resistance to disease. Okay. there is a lot of resistance on the idea of uh, teaching editorial in English, right? Huh. Is it clear? Yes, tell me. Okay. So melting pot, right, where different cultures meet, where there's a variety, and it comes with progress also. Okay, right. So tone, I will not say concern. It is, yeah, definitely concern. Plus, will you say critical? Yeah, it is kind of blaming the political parties not coming up with, you can say, not coming on terms with this decision, with immigration policy. So critical, and you can say also concerned tone. Writer is concerned about this whole issue, right? Critical and concerned. Okay, both critical and concerned. Obviously critical because it is blaming. Wherever you see blame, it is blaming the government or the parties for not coming on one single decision regarding this immigration policy. Okay. Before I move to the words, we have again something special, guys. Mains level English batch is live on Oliveboard, included in Super Elite. Use code Harshita and join. In this batch, only people who are good with pre but not with mains can prepare with me, right? Now, grammar lesson. There was contrast word for sure. While, when we start with while also shows contrast. Nevertheless means in spite of that fact. So you notice, guys, everywhere when we talk about the grammar part, please notice the connectors, how they are used. Okay, for example, I will write here today, yet again. Okay, yet again, together. Together, if we use it, what does it mean? Yet again. फिर से, दोबारा. Okay. So, nevertheless, we do remember a very common, in spite of that, is the meaning. You have to remember all these connector word meanings. Yet again means once more, another time, once more. दोबारा कोई चीज हो रही है, another time, second time also happening, another time, once more. Okay, so that is yet again, दोबारा. Chalo, next is very important words. Okay. Uh, Today we got actually excellent vocab. Grim reality. Sometimes we say this is a grim reality. So grim is used as an adjective word. How do we use it? This is worrying. Something which is worrying. Something which is unpleasant. Chintajanak, right? Unpleasant. Lacunae means the gaps. Okay. Basically where you lack, when you lack in something, there are gaps, there is missing parts. Okay. Noun word, gaps, किसी चीज में कमी. Okay. The lacunae in the research are alarming. Underscore, highlight. Okay. Underscore means as a verb, as a noun you can use it. Underlines, highlights, emphasizes, shows the importance of, focuses on, highlight. Underline something, you highlight it, you try to show its importance. Okay. Cede, obviously to give control of something, to give up the control of something. Basically surrender. Multitude is a variety. Multitude means many, simple. Large number, multitude. So we say a multitude, a very large number of people or things. It is a very large number. Okay, badi sankhya. Woeful, again negative, sad, unhappy. Miserable. Lethal, that can cause great damage. Okay, Now this is a totally new word, I would say, coterminous. It is used as an adjective. Okay, so having the same boundaries or extent, or having the same meaning, okay, is coterminous. Okay, having or meeting at a shared limit or a shared border. Coterminous. Okay. Can I say France is coterminous with Italy? You can, right? So beside having a similar border, a common boundary, you can say, having a common boundary, that is coterminous. Okay, very important is fallout, which is the result of something, effect of something. Noun word, effect or result. Abandoned, left on its own, something which is no longer wanted, left completely, no longer in use. Left completely because it is no longer used or no longer wanted, no longer required. Yes, lacunae, gaps. Manoj, you have to call people. I told you something, no, you were disagreeing, but now you see, look at the results. Okay. So these are your very important words. There are other editorials which I want you to read, and these are not lengthy today. What puppies want from Indian Express and zero tolerance on safety from Financial Express. These are my two suggested editorials for July 2022. Okay, you have to read these two. Acha, one more thing. Lock horns, but there are very important phrases we got. Hammer out, dug in their heels. New ones also we got, which you should know. Hammer out. Okay. Is this the one? What did we read for this? Dug in their heel means you refuse to change your plan, your opinion. Somebody is trying hard to convince you, but you don't accept. You refuse to change. Okay. Also, a glimmer of hope. A glimmer means a small chance, a signal, a small chance, a glimmer of hope. Many new phrases actually. A glimmer of hope. ठीक है आज मैं लाई थी मनोज यू डिडंट चेक हाँ ठीक है Jyotsna, yes, your comments are visible, and I have to go back to check your doubt. If you can mention it again, if you can write it again, Jyotsna. Hmm. Because I see the meaning that you have written for the word. I did not, I checked, but I did not see your doubt anywhere. Jyotsna, mention your doubt again. Hmm. Uh, Session timing, because both I did not want to keep together, English medium, Hindi medium, and early is better. 6:30 is okay, right, Vijay? Because of the exam season now coming, you guys should wake up at 5 only, 5 a.m. Okay? Yeah. Homework comments. Manoj, I was not able to see yours. Morning I checked. I did not see your comment. Again, you will have to check why. Okay. Yes. 6:30 a.m. will be the editorial time. It is not going to change, guys. So do mention in the comments all these answers. Dug in their heels, hammer out, lock horns, glimmer of hope. Okay. Even tended to. This we have done earlier also, but important. Tended to. Okay. Okay. Chandrasekhar, you didn't mention. Fallout is failure. Chandrasekhar is asking. No, it is a result of something. It could be negative, result or effect of something. Okay. The context, if you talk about here. Now, guys, winners batch, RRB mains batch, skill test, and new batch which is already live on the platform, which is IBPS Clerk. You have already got the notification. All are included in Super Elite plan. You can use my code Harshita for discount. So if you buy Super Elite, you will get SBI Gold batch, IBPS Clerk batch, all the upcoming courses, my winners batch, all other subject courses, TNA course, every course, right? तो सुपर एलीट में इंक्लूडेड है ओके हाँ So guys, this is the best plan on Oliveboard. Now is the time. If you have not enrolled, do that using my code. Anything you buy, instead of buying individual courses, you buy Super Elite one plan and you get access to everything, right? For your PDFs of the session, you know where to follow me. This is my channel and group name, Harshita Khurana, the Grammar Girl. Now I posted something new yesterday also on Instagram. So this is my Insta handle. Do follow me there. It is harshita.thegrammargirl. So I'll be posting a lot of content here as well on Instagram. On my Insta handle, do follow me. Right? See you again in the evening. These are our books. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. We have a class at 11 a.m. for winners mains level English batch. Also 5 p.m. free session. So yeah, we'll see you all again. But guys, again, courses are live, right? Even clerk batch we are starting, so lots of classes will be happening. So I will suggest you enroll today itself and start your preparation. 1st July, we have 6 months, right? Thank you.